Greetings, humanity. I'm Jim. I use he, him pronouns, and I am once again playing pools. This game has 6 levels, and we ended on level 5. We shall pick back up on level 5. As we continue to visit this liminal space that is inside some YMCA nightmare thing. Don't know exactly. Not sure. But we will find out. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what we'll find out. Anyway, number 5. So here we are. Oh! They returned me to exactly where I... Ah! I was not expecting that. This is exactly where I left off. On this level. Very cool. But, you know, this has a lot of space, so I assume that there are multiple entrances into here, so I'm gonna be doubling back once again and looking around. We are on level 5. Place is full of bricks. I didn't realize that it saves your game. I thought it does not save your game. They lied to me. Who are they, Jim? I have no idea. People. You know people. You've experienced people before, right? Occasionally. Every now and then it's possible to experience people. From what I hear. That looks like a happy corridor. From my understanding, once again, this is a kind of a liminal horror game. More psychological horror than anything else. Not meant to be... Yes, this is the room where we first appeared in here. Sort of over near that end of the room, and we walk over to that pile of bricks that's keeping everything out, and it's, I guess, representative of the fact that there will be a brick motif. Here again, we have this room that's very much like one on the first level. Bricked up. The first level was not. I guess we wandered around the other way. Okay. Strange. I thought there was more than one way out. I could be imagining things. Don't know. I'm trying this thing where I have made the game a tad louder. I don't know if that will be at all helpful. But I was looking at a video. I was looking at a VOD. And noted that I couldn't hear the game all that well, so I thought perhaps let's try making it louder. We'll see if that helps. I don't know if it does. Just puts us right back in that room. And that might be all this does, really. Might be all any of this does. Everywhere eventually leads to another place. We have that up there. I'm curious what's over here. Not that I don't enjoy stairs. Every now and then. Diving boards. Once again, here we are. Taking a moment to rest. And look around. These strange floating objects. We look behind us and look down and we realize there is no self! But anyway, I know I keep doing that. Alright, that's enough rest for now. Once again, we're in a position where we have to learn the level. We must learn the level. We last saw one of these diving boards specifically over an abyss. I presume that's where this leads. Yes, not the abyss, but yeah, here we are. I don't know if there are any other exits from this room. I don't think there are. I think we've covered everything. But checking an angle. There might be something down at the far end. Can't say for certain. Do we want to check? Of course we do. Although, I mean, I don't see where the other one would have gone, to be perfectly honest. Nothing I can see immediately. Light! Coming in through the windows. Alright. If there is something down there, we may have to go and investigate it more closely. But for now, we're going to operate as though there's nothing there. Because I don't know that there is anything there. Come in through here. There's a way to go back through there, but first we will do a little bit of dive boarding because we rarely get a chance to. Yeah! Water's a little shallow. Performed a dive worthy of an award. It says Ted's diver. I got an achievement there. It's funny. I also find it funny that he started falling more slowly the moment I took my my pinky off of the shift key. Can we force this onto the stairs? We can. And then it will become an immovable object. Oh, we can still move it. I thought it was an immovable object. It was not. Now it's an immovable object. It's an immovable object from that side. Funny, huh? We have a choice. Not actually seen back here, I don't think. Huh. This could go further. Hey, I heard a thing. Don't know if you also heard a thing. They say there are no monsters. They could also be lying. Why is that bouncing like that? That's a little strange. I did want to check this back here also. I am not sure where what goes. I don't know which to check out first, you see. I never know. Because I feel like this could be important. I don't know. I don't know which way to go. It does always go back to the tiles, though, doesn't it? The white tiles. Eventually. I feel like, is there a lot over here? Is there a lot to look at? This is... Oh, this is another toilet. And behind it, a shower. Again? This, once again, is an example of the sort of design that makes me think, in universe at least, that perhaps this is a place that was created by someone who is perhaps slightly familiar with humans, or the trappings of humanity, but without an actual understanding of humans. Or not a real understanding of humans, not a full understanding of them. It gets darker over here. I do wonder what would have been in that other direction. We can find out. We see there is more hallway here. I definitely think this is another zone. And yet, we continue. We continue in this same fashion. A strange, maddening fashion. But if we are not truly alive, at least not anymore, as I suspect might be the case with the protagonist in this game, then we have all the time in the world. I should specify, I should mention, perhaps, that what my thought was about this. No, not this. No, not this, anything but this. No. There was another exit over there that I wanted to check out before I go gallivanting around in a completely different zone. I missed the bricks. I want to keep the bricks. For just a little longer. I think that the protagonist of this game might not be still living, because at the end of the first level, there is a very long fall that I do not think would have been survivable. If you are, you know, an ordinary living person, I almost want to step off the edge here just to see what's down there. Almost. Might be an option. There would be no way back, perhaps. I do like that they give you, and it's strange, right? Because it is a source of rage for me in some ways, but I also do like that they give you these seemingly... Ow! Wait a minute. This where we are? Is this where we were this whole time? Back to this same room? How dare they? How dare they? How indeed dare they? Oh, and there are slides coming out there. This is a terrible idea. Oh, it's that terrible. Okay. There is no escape. Okay, good to know. That's not a place we can go. A lot of times they'll put in architecture that looks, or, you know, slides. Are slides part of the architecture? They'll put things in that look like you can make use of them, but you cannot. Is it the same here, I wonder? It is. Back on the first level, I tried taking a diving board into the abyss, and it didn't stick. That's what happened again. The tape rewound. Well, here we are again. But now I know where everything connects over there. And I know that I have in fact completed that area. It will not be nagging me. The back of my head. In about an hour, a thing is going to be delivered. I don't know what I'm going to be doing at that time, but we'll see how we're doing. There may be a sudden disruption to the stream at that time. We'll see. Okay, back to this. We've been here. Let's keep swimming. Keep swimming. Here we are. See, we need to breathe, seemingly. Ah, oh, we're getting mist, steam. Also, I'm hearing what sounds like could be a clock. Or something else. Perhaps not even that regular. Movement? Music? Machinery? Something faintly in the background. Something in here. Sounds kind of like a machine to me. Haven't found much deep water aside from, you know, the type that one can't survive without being rewound. still hearing it. It's like a couple of percussion instruments being played. And something behind it. Voices or horns. Not sure. I'm hearing things! There's once again an odd design change. For the first time, I get the feeling we might not be in the local YMCA anymore. Perhaps. Perhaps. Maybe. Or we could still be. Again, I feel as though the City Planning Commission has gone mad with power. This is just clearly a case of that. Yeah, because you see they're putting in their favorite thing to put anywhere. Abysses. Now I'm hearing what sounds like chanting. Yeah, see? Emptiness. Back to the white tiles with us. Yes. Only one route to go at this point. Oh dear. We're there. I didn't think we were gonna come here. But here we are. We saw this from a distance a while back. I think, as we were walking along that way. Or something like it. I can't remember now if that specifically was... if this is that exact same place, or just a place that looks like it. It could be both. It could be meant to be both. Gravity has, in this place, occasionally taken a little break. Or just kind of decided it wants to point in another direction every now and then. Well, I say that as though it's a sudden choice. It's not. It's not a whimsical choice. He says, looking at a swimming pool on the ceiling. It's it's more of a... it's a planned thing. It's a planned thing. But yes, we were over there, maybe, or a place that was like that, looking up at this, and we were like, what the hell? Not too long ago. Did not think that would bring us back here. Very interesting. Ah, here we go, yes. So, and this was shortly after there was a reorientation of direction, and I have lost track. I will say that. I have lost track of the direction we were heading. Let me briefly over here. Just realized I may need to mute something real quick. There we go. Just, you know, clearing out notifications of various types. All right, back to this. Here we go. Yeah. Choice. Wait, is there a choice? No. It's glass. Actually, is this a room? This looks kind of like a room we were in before, I think. Maybe? Perhaps? A lot of rooms looked like this, so it's hard to say. But maybe there was only light or shadow behind these. So yeah, I'm definitely now getting the impression that we are heading behind the scenes a little bit where we were. This is the same room? Yep. Just along a different plane. Oh my goodness. Winder. I get out that way. Can we... no. Only on the slopes. Only when it slopes in a direction, I think, can we go that way. In that fashion. Nope. Okay. We gotta have the ability to shift with them. Oh, hey. One moment. Oh, I see. I see what's about to happen. This is, now, I don't remember this statue that we are looking at right now. It appears to be Horned. Maybe, or I'm just reading into it a little. Not sure. Has an unusual head. I think. This I do not remember. It is possible I've seen it before, but it is not currently in my brain. Let's go this way. Ah! Okay. Now, seeing this from above... It looks kind of, okay, no, that's its shoulder. Oh, it's broken. I see. We're not seeing the entire head of the statue. We'll be turning again in a moment. I'm just trying to see kind of if I recognize the room. I do not. And it's got another wall kind of like, oh, yeah, this is so strange. Although it's an interesting implication of that every sort of curved wall is supposed to be a change of orientation. Don't know. Back out here. Hey, that pool's really close now. Yeah. How strange. Ladder. Can we actually climb this one? Yes. Good. Looking down on it now. The hallway here. Pool in the wall there. I don't think there's ever going to be a reason to go to that pool because I don't see anything connecting off of there from here. I could be wrong. Although, you know, although it's at interesting angles, strangely enough, this has been fairly linear. Yeah. That is very cool. That is very neat. we got to go through there. But what is ahead? This is a question. Might be a question that requires more tea. I'm not sure. Every now and then you run across a question that requires a certain amount of tea. Vitally important. Sometimes to the operation of the brain that it get the amount of tea that it needs to continue moving forward. I am curious what's in there. I think we're going to see something different, maybe. Or it could lead us into that chamber with that weird statue. Don't know. I'm not sure which side is up right now. I have not been keeping track. I was sort of keeping track last time, but now, not so much. One moment. Tea. Okay. Hang on, gotta take care of everything real quick. Yes. Hello, Unstable Deus. I completely understand. For me, it's how does one greet the Logris? Yes. It is hard to say, right? Which side is up? Because everywhere and nowhere at the same time. As one crawls through, walks through, everything changing direction. Did you see that? Did you read that? I think it was a prologue that Zelazny wrote. That was actually crawling through the Logris. It's I remember it. Yeah. It's hard to clarify up, honestly. I mean, yes. For those of you just joining us, we're talking we're talking a little bit about Amber at this point. Oh, it's another. The hell? This is where this leads to? I feel as though we're about to take another plunge. I guess we'll see what happens. But yes, Logris refers to a thing from the Chronicles of Amber. We're now going to plunge down this elevator shaft and see what happens. Ah! Oh, hello. See, I don't think an ordinary person could survive this kind of a fall into such shallow water. Something's going on here. I might have. I read all of those very close together so I can tell what happens, but I can't necessarily tell you what book it happens in. Yeah. There's a, one of the, there was like some edition that there was that prologue in where I can't remember. I cannot remember which book it was, unfortunately. I want to say Trumps of Doom. I want to say it was a prologue, but it did not appear in all of the editions. It only appeared in like one of the editions, and then they reprinted it later, somewhere else. But eventually, it's like part of a collection or whatnot. I think it's been a while. It's been too long. Oh, I see. We're starting to get into some backrooms tones. I see here. And now gravity. Ah! See, now we can actually submerge if we want. I will tell you, I do not have a huge amount of familiarity necessarily with the back rooms outside of videos I have seen related to video games. I know it is kind of also its own thing, and I've read it, I read a tiny bit, about the phenomenon, and I think I know what it is. But they tend to give it these colors, or something similar, not quite this. Like an inverted fleur-de-lis, if I'm using that correctly. And then I have every time we've gone to the Logris and had to traverse it, so you'll understand if I'm not quite the same as I was before. Yes, it does rather do that. It rather does. I don't know why I was about to silence myself for a moment to do this next thing, which I don't really need to do. I don't need to silence myself for this. But I do want to make sure I'm using fleur-de-lis correctly. Yes, I am. Okay. Stylized lily or iris flower. Come in heraldic shape. It's French. That is what I'm thinking of. When one steps into the Logris, which one might say is sort of a changing labyrinthine place almost. Not quite, according to Hoyle labyrinthine, because of if you go for the strictest definition of labyrinth, but it changes one. One does not emerge the same as before. One enters all these strange, twisting passageways. Very much like this. I wonder, is the wallpaper inverted, or are we? I don't know. Anyway, here we go. That carpet? My understanding of the back rooms is it is kind of like office or store-like space where you just sort of slip through into a liminal world. And you have pillars like these sometimes. A place where that wallpaper is that strange, unhealthy yellow. There's no way back, I guess. Or greenish yellow or yellowish green. It's that space in between. They do a really good design job of designing this so that, there is a good deal of tension. Ah, yes, there it is. Prologue to Trumps of Doom is reprinted in Manna from Heaven, page 28209. Yes, cool. Cool. That's what I was thinking of. Where it actually shows a traversal of Logris. But, nah. Wait, what? Okay, hang on. Maybe I just pressed a button accidentally. Yes, I did. Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's just me hitting the C key for no reason. Anyway, here we are. Are we about to change direction again? Looks like it. Wait, were they the right way up a moment ago? No, they were pointed diagonally down. And we take our amber seriously, obviously. Of course. It's, amber is one of the most addictive things in the universe. Oh, God. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah, jeez. There's more. But it's like the ceiling is the floor. And the floor is the ceiling. Or not. I don't know. But like, wait a minute. And there's... Ah. Weird. Okay. There's more stuff. Maybe. Or not. I don't know. Okay. Enough of this folderol. Now for some completely different folderol. Hello. Oh boy. This is going to be great. Do I want to go clockwise or counterclockwise? Was that us breathing? Or was that someone else? It could have been anyone. If we are still in the public pool, this must be where the office is. Oh, goodness! Phones. Our phone boxes. Don't know if, yes. Good. Telephone boxes. UK style. Now, I heard that a lot of these had been repurposed. I cannot remember what I heard they were being repurposed as. In real life, anyway. We're also going through a slight perspective shift again, I think. Can we call someone? And we happy few there used to hold joy. Not actual joy, just a drug by that same name. Telephone. There are no telephones here. We cannot call anyone. There is only a mirror, in which we do not appear, notably. Note how we have no reflection. There is no self. There is only what remains. Which way are these pointed now? Down again. Are these trying to point down all the time? I feel as though they are. Wait. Ah, here they're more almost sideways. Still have a downward slope, you know? Not that I think... I know, this is kind of strangely nitpicking, or not really nitpicking so much as strangely diving into the design here, but I'm just curious. I had to take a detour through the offices before they dump us back here. Ooh. You also have the visual guide to Ember. I have that too. I actually have a book club edition. It's slightly smaller than the version that came out in general distribution, and I wonder to myself, should I have gone for the bigger version? Although having it smaller was convenient. But purchasing a legitimate Amber Tarot has remained elusive for our group, largely because of the cost. Ah, yeah. I think it's like in French, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to... yeah, probably been out of print for some time. You can get, like, maybe fan versions, but... about it. Once again, no return. Nice and dark. Let's see. Oh, back to the tiles. Once again, back in public swimming space. Bump this around for a moment. Because we can. Get that a little more centrally located. There we go. Interesting. It's only in French, released only in France, and out of print for many years. Yeah. Ah. You can remember hearing it's like someone picked it up and then there was an instruction booklet in French in it. But I think it had the different characters. I've never seen it. And now we're going to plunge off the edge. Lots of slides. They are fans of slides. The portrait of Deirdre from the visual guide is the canonical portrait, though it's much more appropriate for her grace. Oh. It's pretty cool. I like the portraits in the visual guide. Just step off the edge and plunge to our not deaths. What color do we want? Deirdre's your character's mother. Oh, cool. Yes. I should also explain to anyone who's wondering what we're talking about also that it's also a tabletop RPG. The books were used as inspiration for a tabletop RPG, adapted to one, officially licensed. And it's a delight and horribly addictive. We could use the blue one, but we haven't really slid down a green slide yet, so I think we're going to go down the green slide. Here we go. Yeah! Once again, should not have survived this. And yet, here we are. Good Lord. Oh, that's a lot of stairs. That's a lot of walking. But I suspect that we might not have to go along. Well, we'll see. I say things and then I am proven wrong. Let us for a moment rest our weary non-self. Okay. There's an exit over there to somewhere. Where they have marked in some fashion. That's the only currently visible exit. These other slides, I don't know if, like, maybe this one. But probably not. Yeah. It's just like a water park. Yeah. They have gone to great lengths to give us a water parkian experience of sorts. With just a bit of eldritch horror thrown in. In half an hour, or within half an hour, I'm going to be potentially interrupted. Just to let everyone know. Let's see. Yeah. It's very cool. I really like the aesthetic, strangely. I know a lot of folks who play these games will say they sort of have get this effect where it's creepy and yet comforting at the same time. And some folks it sort of reminds them of a place that they think they've been, but they're not sure. There are 2 doorways. Ah, more markings. We haven't seen markings in a while. Now, that indicates an exit. Whether or not that's true is another matter entirely. But we will do the thing that we always do when we see things like this, and we will take a screenshot. Okay, let me hit the button. Now let me head over to fan view. Find the pools folder. Here we go. We will call this pools image 3 so that I can pull this up later. 4 on top, 3 on bottom. Contained within a green rectangle. What I'm seeing here. Pointing to exit, which would indicate that perhaps this is supposed to be the way out. Is it? We don't know. I like how they've mostly contained it within these tiles, these specific tiles. Probably easier to draw them that way. Of course, I have to look over here as well. I can't stop myself. Oh, no! Well, before we try doing that, let me look over here. Is there a couple different ways we can go now? And this looks rather specific. So I will tell you, I don't know whether or not there's rather a lot of falling involved, possibly, here. I can see we have these bars, which perhaps might relate to the drawings we just saw. 4 up, 3 down. There's water down there. But before I go to a point of no return, let's go ahead and check out the, let's go check out more Escher reorientation. I didn't even know if there would be a plunge, or if that would be another case of being rewound. It's funny what they have you just live through, and what they don't. This might just be where we're supposed to go. I will survive not having jumped down there, I tell myself. I will be okay. It's okay that I don't have to jump down into every abyss that they show me, I tell myself. No matter how tempting it is. This might be an issue. No way back. But perhaps that's more survivable then. Nope. Alright. Oh, you hear that? As of the breathing of some massive creature. Who knows? Ooh. The pit. When does the self-assurance work? When you are jumping into the abyss? I know. It's difficult. Hard to say. Is it snoring? Is the creature snoring? Is it a creature? Don't know. I heard a thing before. I was calling it the Minotaur. Because, you know, obvious reasons, one hopes. Now it is above us. Here. Well, here we are back in this room. Yeah. All this does is this just takes us right back down there. Well, no, wait. Let me see. Let me see where this lands. Because maybe it doesn't. Maybe we go further. Yeah. Yeah. Here we are, this little balcony. Looking back over this area we were in. Got about like within the next 10 to 20 minutes. Well, about 10 to 20 minutes, I might have to leap up for a moment. In lieu of the theme, wouldn't it be more appropriate to refer to it as Leviathan? Ooh, maybe. The water could be deep enough in some places. Ah, now see, we're heading for stripes again here. There it is again. Ah. It just puts us in the same place. If this is the same place. Perhaps slightly higher up. So this will be an even deeper plunge. Are we ready to take it? I think so. Ah! The marking sort of indicated 4 on top, 3 on the bottom. I have no idea how relevant that will be here. Oh boy. I am to learn a maze! Shall we go clockwise or counterclockwise? Who knows? Wait. Someone trying to contact me? Possibly. Oh. Anyway. That is the thing I will look at later. We're closer to over here, so I guess we'll go sort of clockwise-ish. And then not. Just gonna brute force this maze. Ooh. Stairs down into darkness. Is it the same, I wonder? Are we gonna get rewound? Nope, we're just gonna stop. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. This way I think leads back to that little pool. Yes? Yes. Good, good. Probably going to be very similar. This is probably going to be a bunch of... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4 passageways. 5 passageways? I'm just thinking in terms of, Nope. Okay. I'm just thinking in terms of, that drawing. As I'm remembering now. I'm going to look at it again. I don't know if it's related to what's here, but it could be. Let us take a look. Let's see. The pool's image. I don't know if it's relevant. But it could be. Let me see if I can bring it over here. If I can find the game window. No. Web surfing work. Yeah, this is the one I've been using. Go ahead and find that one. There we go. Okay. And I will put it, let's see, kind of over in the bottom left for now. There we are. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. So I imagine well, we'll see. Yeah, if this is a representation of what we're supposed to be seeing here, that there are more passageways than that, though. That's the only thing. It's like, unless we're talking about walls, right? Or wall sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 wall sections up here, so maybe that has something to do with it. So, like, you get only so far. Like, to about the middle, and you would have to shift over. Huh. Interesting. I don't know why I find that interesting. Hmm. I'm sure there's something I'm missing here. Because I feel like, yeah, this is fairly uniform, the way that these are put together. So I feel like... Hello. That looks different. I'm gonna assume this is just leading once again into darkness. There's down, but then you meet a wall, right? Okay, yeah. But over here, there's something. I do not know if we followed any instructions correctly. Is that an escalator? That's an escalator. Hang on a second. Before I commit to the escalator, I should commit to the escalator. I probably should. Can I run sideways? I can. But not very effectively. Yeah. These are all gonna be... yeah. We may as well go up the escalator. I'm sure everything's fine. Hmm. Oh, that is a loud escalator. Here we go. They perhaps should be playing music while we do this. Don't know. Oh my goodness. Chairs. Pillars. Oh, we got the brick motif back. Again, it's an unusual decoration choice. Yeah, let me remove that from, by the way. Let me remove the, that image, as we don't seem to need it right now. Oh, phone box. And a boat. How strange. Ladder. This is cool. Ridiculously weird, but cool. What had a boat in here? Fascinating. It's up as far as the eye can see. Into the darkness. Speed things up a little bit. Ooh. More darkness. Is that a house? The radio? Like a cabin, yeah? What are they saying? Can't make it out. Also, it's interesting, so when you turn your head, you can't hear it quite as well, which, you know, makes sense to an extent, but then also I'm reminded of this moment in the book, The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul, where you're trying to slip from the protagonist is trying to slip from one reality to another, and has to turn his head just right, like tuning a radio. Ah. Interesting. Here we are. We have arrived at the top. More inverted fleur-de-lis. We have a couple of things. We have a staircase going down to nowhere. Much as I'd love to hit the rewind button. We have a door that opens for us. This is nice. Wonder how far up we've gone. Here we go again. Ah! No! Ah! 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 Oh dear. Oh dear. I've seen this. Or something like it. Let me check something real quick. There's a thing I need to check real fast. Hang on. One moment. There's a thing I need to check. Okay. There's a thing arriving. Something vaguely dinner-shaped is going to be arriving soon. And so I just want to make sure that all is well. And, okay, we've got a little longer. Okay. Yes, they got delayed. That's okay. All right. Here we are, back here. Oh God, the AstroTurf, or whatever it is. Artificial grass. Artificial sky. Artificial sun. Ah! Well, that was not my plan. Oh, well. A haste. I think I've seen this in, like, video. Cheery music piping in from these speakers. Not the first time we've had that here. I'm gonna walk around the house, look at the backyard first. The little model, not really a house. Got a slide going into that pool of death. Let me in! It may not have an interior. Interesting, though, how these boards show wear. I love the detail. Because it is like someone actually painted this. Cool. The fence, too. This is like... got wear on it, like it actually is a genuine fence. Funny. Although it's... yeah. How strange. I wonder if whoever's observing this is getting everything they need. I doubt there will be any vehicles, but, you know. More haces. Oh boy. Happy generic pseudo-suburbia. I don't think it's going to let us into any of these houses. Let's just go on forever. Hello? We're supposed to stand in a doorway, I think. That's troubling. Ah, Chapter 5 completed. We made it! We made it through Chapter 5! Wow. So, I have a choice I have to make now. Because I do not know how long Chapter 6 is going to be. But... I also have... I have this thing arriving in a little bit. In about like 10 minutes. Why are we here? How are we here? Don't know. So, I think what's probably going to happen is I'm going to stop soon. But we shall see. We shall see. Let me check to make sure they haven't I think what we're gonna... Okay. Who is that? Oh. Oh. Guess we'll take a picture of that. There is so much going on with this. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to break off and in a moment, as once again, stuff is happening. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know how long this will be. I could try to keep going until they actually... until the thing appears. But I will tell you what, actually, yeah, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you staring at this image for a moment. I will be right back. I just need to leap up for just a second. And then I'll play until the thing shows up, and then we'll see what happens. I'll be right back. Hello. Let me make sure that, let me check one thing here. I want to make sure, yeah, I see the captions have stopped because I covered them probably. Yes, there we go. There's a thing you sometimes have to do. Let me see, wait. There's a thing you sometimes have to do. Yeah. Yeah, I have to be careful how I put things in the window that I am keeping the captions in. Oh dear. Okay. Let me see. Pull that back. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hang on. Let me do that. There we go. Okay. They are now in front. So that will help. There we go. Okay. Just gotta move everything to a good place. All right. Let's keep going. We have this interesting image. I'm not sure what it represents. Something. Who's to say what? Who knows? Just getting more tea. Okay. I have turned on the sound on my phone in case they try to actually like call me or something. So, alas, we may get interrupted. We'll see. Well, I mean, we're going to get interrupted one way or the other. I just don't know when. Let's see. Hang on. They do, however, keep saying the time frame does keep getting shifted, and that this thing will arrive, which, you know, is fairly common with this kind of thing. All right. Back to this. Radiators. Remember radiators? I haven't seen the radiator in quite some time. Not that kind of radiator, anyway. A house radiator. Now, they used to keep warm. I had them in my grandparents' house. This might be a bit of overkill. Don't know. That's a lot of heat. Ah, here we are. Once again, the faces are back. That looks distinctly uncomfortable. Dentistry. Don't know. Okay. Let's see. Same thing. Okay. Here we are. More rooms like this. And the fleur-de-lis is pointed up. It is correctly oriented. Interesting. Huh. Checkerboard, chessboard. We cannot sit in these comfortable chairs. Alas. Again, the trappings of humanity. But perhaps not. Is this an earlier area as well? Well, no, I don't remember an area like this specifically, but then again, it could have been. Don't recall. And another door. More hallways. Darkness. Okay, darkness is not that deep. Chair? Can I sit in this chair? I can. Excellent. As we gaze into nothingness. Very nice, very comfortable. Alright, that's enough of that. Oh, shallower darkness. I don't know why I feel this need to sit in every chair I see. Hello? I can't tell if that's water or something else. Hard to say. Hard to say what any of this is, really. Wait, is that... Yeah, that's tile. I think that's tile. That's an abyss. Careful of the abyss. There's a chair over there. Can't get to it. Is it just hovering in midair? It might be. How strange. Yeah. And back into the pool rooms. Eternal pool rooms. No captions, not the turtle pool rooms. I have not seen a single turtle. I don't think. Eternal. There we go. Eternal pool rooms. Here we are once again. I feel as though jumping off the edge here might not, yes. Might not be the best idea. Shallow here, very deep there. Probably. There we are. Ladder. Why do they bob up and down as we enter the room? As though demanding attention. Strange, is it not? I think... Wait. Delivered? Stand by. Yep, they left it outside my door. So I think there's still probably a fair amount of content here. I don't know how much. But I am going to go ahead and break off, I think, and come back to this soon so that we can finish up. I'm excited to see what happens. We shall now sit here staring, contemplating these inflatable things. And know that it is the path forward. But for now, that shall be it. For now, that shall be it, methinks. For the thing is here, and I must take care of the thing. Sometimes one can be too silly. All right. Can one ever? Thank you all very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. I don't normally play games like this, but this has been very cool. I may try to play more games like this, perhaps. We shall see. We shall see. Let me see here. Yes, there we are. Good. What is today? Thursday? All day. It's strangely comforting to play these games when one is going through, you know, the usual existential crisis that one has in one's life. Yeah, soon, trademark. Yes, that version of soon. What is happening? It's Thursday. So I know that on Tuesday, we're going to have more Lords of Gossamer and Shadow. The tabletop campaign my friend Brian is running here on this channel. That will be Tuesday night. And so I'm very much looking forward to that. It's been interesting. It's been interesting. We're going to be meeting potentially one of the canon characters in that setting, and one whom my character likes not at all. So we're going to kind of see what happens. We're investigating things. I might like Superliminal. I've been looking into a number of different ones. I cannot remember if that is one that yeah, I'm looking into several of them. I think that's one of them. Considering it, there's another one that I actually think I own. Do I know which one? Probably not. I'd have to actually look in my Steam library to figure it out. There is one. I have too many games. I think that I have too many. Superliminal. I have it. As it turns out, I actually did buy Superliminal at some point, so I may be, yeah. So I may very well be getting around to more of these, more things like these soon. But I have to finish this one first, which I will do soon. I might skip the going back and forth and just, next time I sit down to play here, just do this so that we can finish up. Maybe, we'll see. All depends on one's mood. But anyway, on Tuesday, like I was saying, we're playing Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, and then I think 1 week from today, if I'm looking at my calendar correctly, yes. If my friend Lucci is available, we will be sitting down together and hopefully finishing Enchanter, the old text adventure game from Infocom from the 1980s. We got very close to the end, and then we ended up having to stop for like a month and a half. And I think we're getting closer to the end. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But it looks like we're getting close to the end with that one. So I'm going to enjoy that. And that's currently what's going on. Aside from that, from time to time, I'm playing this and Heroine's Quest. Not a game about drugs. It's more a game about a heroine who is making her way through a very Viking-like area. And so having a lot of fun with that. Looking forward to it. But in the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to dive off now. Take care, and I will see you all of a sudden.